the Pearl London bus. So this was the first plane to make it across the Atlantic non-stop. England to Australia, 11,234 miles.
I would love to fly
This is a Harrier.
So that's what we still got. 1990 would that have been a bomber. You had the gunner standing up in front, pilot behind, halfway down the bomber.
Right, let us go and have a look on this. This is Concorde. Obviously these don't fly anymore because one caught fire over there when it was leaving Paris, I think. So I'll have a look. I don't think we can go on this. So these were built and the French. Don't think they've got that many. They've not flown commercially for years or flown at all for years. But look how thin they are. They were the world's fastest airplane. Commercial airplane. They used to do twice the speed of sound. Just like a cigarette thing. Another British Airways plane. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. I think we might better get on. I have to get on that or not. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look at a few cars, and then we'll have a look at the aeroplanes again. Land Rover ambulance. As long as you don't want to get anywhere very fast. Make a good camper van. Bedford HA van. Commercial version of a Vauxhall Viva. Bedford CA van. Dormobile used to convert those to campers. Morris 1000 van. Caledonian Airways. Do they even exist anymore? Probably not. That van's not going to be long for this world. Get rusting away. That's the problem with all these things, all left outside. They are kept up, but they're all outside. What is that? That's a strange looking thing. No idea what that is. That's obviously got fuel in it. Another Range Rover fire and rescue unit, 6 wheels left, that one. Range Rover Commando fire tender, 1976. Only 6 examples of this have ever been built. And haven't even survived. Right, let's see if we can have a look inside some of these aircraft. Welcome aboard your flight, British Airways, going to nowhere, because this aeroplane has no wings on it. A lot of switches and dials. Oh God. You can see why they're so hard to fly. Oh, it's down there. So we've all been on aeroplanes. Obviously we've just been to roads. This is how it used to be. Big posh seats. Loads of leg room. Not now. We're in flying buses now, aren't they?
Give that support. The seat needs to be strong enough, which adds weight. Yeah, airlines don't like weight. No. Oh, that's a pump.
Old-fashioned talk ropes there.
Oh, tools, steel, no. Granted, steel and tools. Not that steel and tools. Well, that's steel and tools. Well, yeah, that just comes with being milk.
Comes with the territory, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Stay back a minute. Yeah, we'll go back in a minute.
Yeah, no, I've tried.
This is the underside of a Concorde aeroplane aircraft. I guess you take the term. Those wheels. There's the tires you don't want to explode. That in there is the engines. So that is the engine that would have been in there. So the good thing here is you can actually climb aboard some of these aircraft. Couldn't get on Concorde. I think you have to buy tickets from reception, which I neglected to do.
Yeah.
Slot. They're not that stable when you're shipping from the aeroplane.
So very similar, I guess, to that other one that we went on.
Joe, this is it. They're based in Bristol. Of course, there's somebody must have put a contact or somewhere out there. Exactly. Stone's throw.
Not that far away, is it? So they've got a museum there, so possibly they would have a.
Just borrow them for the day.
Yeah.
But is it boxy? Is it just?
It's fundamentally
Oh.
it needs a new floor. It's not bouncy because it's very soft.
Yeah.
It's got velour toilet seats and things. It's obviously posh, this one. It's obviously a private one, I guess.
So when we first got it, we used to let it out and let people sit in all the seats and everything else. But the problem is the seat materials and everything were never designed to have
Yeah,
a lot of use.
Yeah.
Because it's designed to be a bit like going into Buckingham Palace and sitting all the seats up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
They're all like velvet and
Yeah.
these are this is not Brentford nylon, this is velvet, proper velvet, which costs a fortune to replace it.
And it's only original once, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like an old car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you refurbish it and put new interiors in it and all the rest of it, it's not original anymore.
No.
Yeah, that's right. So this is where they bought the tower. So this is where they bought the tower.
So this was
If it was this plane,
Oman Royal Aircraft.
they get one of the bedrooms. I have a question for you. One of the photos back there shows them putting a Rolls Royce on there.
So it was a royal, used as a royal aircraft, and then when it was no longer used in the 80s, when they replaced it for 747, they donated it to this museum.
Yeah,
It's been over since.
That's great.
Yeah, you still got still planes in service now. The ashtrays are fitted. Obviously, not allowed to use them for a long time. But
No.
they're
That's
still
it.
fitted.
Sorry.
So yes, you would add that lot there.
So these were obviously for staff. Another shot there of Concorde. How thin it is compared to these other planes.
Yeah, you just give it back to me and I'll
Alright, we can go over and look at some others now. So I don't know if it's this particular aircraft, but they were putting a Rolls Royce on the aeroplane through that side door there. Look. So this is obviously the crew area. What's in there? Internal workings. My God, where would you even start? Hello. Oh, that's my nose. Got a lot of leg room. He was member of the Royal Staff. Ah, so this is one of the fuselages they tested in that chamber, the stratosphere chamber. So it cracked the roof. I don't know where you do that from. What did it say? If you step back and look up at the top of the fuse, you'll see a split in the roof. Okay. You'll probably see that from the top of these steps in one of these other aircraft. Oh, you can see it up there. So that is a result of testing. So that's why they test them. Otherwise they'd have gone, yeah, that was fine, send it up, all falls to bits, everyone dies. That's why you test things first. Cool. The smell. Snug in that one. Yeah, you can see the roof of that now. So some of these aircraft you can't actually get in. I think there's probably work going on. However, what you can see from here as well is the track. It's the original banking of the track. So let's have a wander over there just whilst we're waiting for a few people to clear the aircrafts that are here. Let's go and have a look at this. Yes, you can't get in that one. But this is the track, the original Brooklands racetrack. You can see how steep it was. So you used to race around here, but well in excess of 100 miles an hour. Bearing in mind you're talking 100 years ago. Get a bit back. And then they used to come flying around here, and if they lost it, they would go flying over the top. To certain death. And so they said, the guy was saying earlier that if you go to Tesco's, we can see better preserved bit of the track, strangely enough, because he said because of the way the sunshine falls, it's always in the shade. Well, fine, you know that. So yeah, that's the old track, or the original track. So a lot of this has all been developed over the years, as it would do. It's just a piece of land and it's within the M25, so it's going to get developed. But fortunately, things like this still exist for us to come and have a look at. Right, let's go and have a look, see if we can get into some of these other aircraft. So I just spoke to a guy there that I overheard part of a conversation while I was in the that stratosphere place. He was saying that they found 3 bouncing bombs at Derwent Water, which I'm guessing is in the Lake District. Sent 2 down to the Mary Rose place down in Portsmouth to be preserved. He said he works down there, so they're being preserved down at the Mary Rose. So this looks very much like a cargo plane to me. Oh yeah, look, there's a cargo thing there. Look. I was just saying that this plane, don't know if you could hear that, this plane was retired in 1996. I think it said it last flew in 1994 or something. Oh look, there you go, look. They're loading a car on in this side door. Yeah, literally, this is how it was. Because it's a cargo plane, it was nothing fancy. It's like a flying van, basically, flying lorry.
So this is the history of this particular plane. So
Yeah.
passenger airline and the first
Good horsey, good horsey.
and then it was converted to cargo and then it went through various liveries as a cargo plane. So that's still a long life, 35 years flying.
Alright, so that was originally a passenger plane for 10 years and then it got converted to a cargo plane, and that's who ran it last, Hunting Cargo Airlines. Originally it was British European Airways, which then became British Airways. Then it went over to another company, which then eventually ended up being this Hunting Cargo. 34 years in service as passenger and cargo plane. Retired in 1996. Right, let us see what other plane. What one didn't we go in yet? Went in that one, because that's the Royal one. The size of that tail fin on that. Don't look like we can get on that one. So we haven't been on this one, have we? Oh, one of them we haven't been on. Which one have we been on? This one. This one. Every time I go to go, there's one there.
But passengers loved it because it was the first generation of turboprops.
Yeah.
Pressurised, so you were flying above the weather, and smooth, so smooth.
Yeah.
The old joke, you could put a threatening piece on the table and it wouldn't fall over. So stable.
Mm.
And being above the weather was key. Mm. Oh, we used to laugh because we used to fly an aircraft called Britannia, and in the toilets we used to which always used to laugh.
I'm smoking.
Sorry.
So, thank you. So the chap was just saying that this was a research and development aeroplane. So this seat here and all these dials were for an observer, flight observer, so he could see what was going on in the plane and around it, etc., as well as what was going on in there. Right, oh, there's a bunker there. Little box. Right, let's go over to look at the London Bus Museum. So this is a BAC 111. Ooh, cool. Oh.
Pleasure.
Very good, thank you, yourself.
Okay.
Oh, just having a mooch to start with. So many dials. The other thing the chap said was that that was the first aeroplane to have, or aircraft to have, just a two-man cockpit, whereas normally they'd have two, like a pilot and a captain, or two pilots, whatever you want to say, and an engineer, and that one just had two pilots, whereas these other ones had three people in the cockpit. And it was also, that one was a replacement for one of these other aircraft, so I think possibly that one down in the corner there. So Brooklands is not just about cars, it's also about aircraft and buses, apparently. 1960s route line stuff. Big old diesel, 6-cylinder. Look at that old black cab. (1930). That cab is from 1955. (1909). 1945. 1939. I'm guessing you can't get on these. 1953. Oh, you can get on this one though. Oh.
RT1. This vehicle, built in 1939, is the forerunner of some 7,000 vehicles of the RT family. The bus was purchased as a result of an extensive fundraising programme, and some of the type served London until 1979.
We got the money's worth out of them. That's Cliff Richard, I believe. Proper bouncy. (1939) bus, obviously to do with the Blitz. bus in a massive bomb crate. I don't know if you can see that. Right, let's have a look. What's for you think? 1925. Modern bus. Mind you, to be fair, that's probably not as new as you think it is. I don't know, maybe it is. That's the underneath of the bus. That's what a bus is based on. Built on. Look at that one. That's proper old. That one up there.
We expect the convenience of pedal pushers will work. Clean and comfortable, well-designed seats, sturdy platforms, firm stanchions, efficient weatherproofing.
So that's her engine. That's where the driver sits. That's where all the people sit. An RT bus. K-type chassis. So that one's a K-type, apparently, whatever that means, from 1920. And this one would appear to be a 1949 AEC. So that's the fluid flywheel there, and then drive shaft. That's the gearbox there, halfway down the chassis.
With detachable scrubs and cushions, with this place in mind.
Then look at the diff.
Standard design. The inspection of each bus is simplified by standard.
Look at that, look, the diff. Size of it. Pre-select gearbox. So you select the gear in the cab, then you put your foot down on the clutch, and then it selects the next gear. And you can select the next gear that you want, and then you don't actually select. The gear doesn't go into gear. It doesn't go into gear until you actually put the clutch down. Pre-select gearbox. Oh, we're going to go on this one. What's this one? So even this is 23 years old, this bus. Okay, we're going for our bus ride. Let's have a look over here. So Bedford CA ambulance. So we saw a Bedford CA outside earlier. Bit of an exhibition up there, we'll have a look back there in a second. Hopefully this is some sort of mobile workshop. 1923. It's 102 years old. This is. Look at that. That's an external awning thing. Look at that. And this is a rare old beast. Mark I Cortina. Alright, this is a rare car. So, quite rare anyway, because it's a Mark I Cortina, and there are not that many of them about. But this is only one of two. So it was bought in 1965, but they weren't used until 1966, when they were used as radio cars for keeping track of the buses, etc. And they had that thing on the roof. So this is one of two. It's probably one of one now. Well, it's probably the only one left of the two. It's automatic apparently. Yeah, it is automatic. That is a rare, rare beast. I bet the back seats hardly ever been sat in. I don't know how many miles it's done. That is a rare thing. Everything in here is rare, but have our canteen. Sausage, eggs and chips please, my love, when you're ready. He looks happy, doesn't he? Don't get this now, do you? This is obviously quite a newish exhibition. I don't remember this being here last night here, but I definitely didn't come in here. And I was here, how long ago was I here? About 7 years ago, something like that, I suppose. What's that all about? Steering wheel destroyed by a bomb. Oh, nice. Well, steering wheel of T990 destroyed by a bomb at 22 minutes to 9 in the evening on the 18th of February 1996. Sent it to the driver, Bob Newitt. That was it. That's... Jesus. That was the steering wheel. That was the driver. Okay, let's go back down. Looks like you can go on this one. Basic, innit? Speedo, that's it. Handbrake. Gear lever. That's it. And that's where you wind up the thing at the front to tell you where you're going, where the bus is going. Oh, and this is obviously an electric bus. So there are the batteries, I guess. That's the motor, I'm assuming. What's the more batteries in there, the 12-volt batteries power the rest of it, probably 24 volt. But power all the other bits like the lights. 100% electric, zero emission bus. Oh, more batteries. There's a lot of batteries. BYD, build your dreams. They make cars. China. – 2013. Right, aircraft factory entrance.